Should be live.
All right, hello everybody.
Yo,
Wait,
yo,
I'm
yo.
definitely not even talking on the right side. My bad.
Okay.
Got it.
Hold on, guys. We're gonna start this podcast in just 1 second. I'm just gonna read the chat to make sure that the audio sounds good because we haven't done a hotel podcast in a long time.
Yeah, and we didn't check at all.
Yeah, no, we didn't do a test.
Bless you.
Oh my god.
Yuri has snotted all over his ass pizza supreme.
Does it sound good, guys? Y'all good? Okay, sick.
Perfect. No
Alright,
intro
guys.
song today. Sorry, guys.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm an idiot. I didn't think about the intro song. I could have had it saved on my computer and just queued it up. We didn't need the Streamlab. I mean, the fucking box thing or whatever. But you want to make yours extended like this?
Sure.
Just unscrew the bottom a little bit.
Okay.
Here, this part. Here, hold it. What do you hold? Oh, there you go.
There we go. Perfect.
All right. Guys, boom, here we are for episode 76 of 10 Talks.
Damn.
This is our first, not first, but we haven't done a podcast in a hotel room. We only did it once before. And the last
Which was
time
like a year ago.
Exactly, it was like about a year ago. And this is our first podcast in San Francisco.
Yes, we are out here in SF right now.
Um,
We got a late start to our day. We were supposed to like do a full day out here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna explain. I've been feeling super sick all day today, and I was feeling a little bit better earlier today, but now I'm starting to feel a little bit like queasy and sick again. I'm
Really?
just like, yeah, I don't know. We drank, well, at least I drank way too much yesterday.
Yeah, we drank a lot.
But I think like Riley was saying, I don't think it was just the alcohol. I think it was because I was drinking strictly these like lemonade mixed drinks, and it was just so much sugar. And I like didn't drink any water really, so I was like super dehydrated. And that's why also I feel like that's why I sound super tired right now.
Yeah, I know. I feel like low energy too, but I feel like after we ate, I got a little energy. But I feel you. I feel like I'm kind of crashing again.
Yeah, right.
But we're pulling through.
I should have
for
saved the Rockstar until now. I should have just cracked the Rockstar now, but I drank it way earlier. But hold on, I'm just opening up the chat on my phone just to double check that everything is fine. But either way, the reason we are in San Francisco is because Riley's brother just graduated high school.
Yes.
Congratulations to Michael.
Congrats, Michael.
And his graduation part, we couldn't make it to his graduation, unfortunately. But
yeah, it was like in the beginning of the month.
yeah.
So,
And we had just like been traveling, so it would have been like kind of difficult task, like 4 more days off or whatever. So like,
yeah, we couldn't have made 2 trips out like the same month. So my mom was like, just come out for the party because she was going to just throw a big ass party. And she was like, it's more worth the trip for you to be there.
someone's saying fix the volume for the mic. Hold on here. I'll turn it up, guys. Sorry about that. 1 second.
Sorry, guys.
All right. Is that
Does this sound better?
Boom. Does that sound better, guys? Let me know in the chat. Sorry about this. We did not have, like I said, we did not have a chance to. We just forgot to. We didn't. They're saying it sounds fine. Volume's. God damn it! Oh, not letting them troll me. Or is it because we just fixed it right now? Audio is great. W. Okay. Well, we just made a slight adjustment. Hopefully, it sounds better.
But yeah, so
Yes.
my brother just graduated high school. My mom was throwing a big graduation party for
It
him.
was huge. It was very nice.
It was really, really nice. She tricked her backyard out. They had a DJ, pretty much a bar, like a pretty open
much
bar.
Alcohol,
So
like,
much
everywhere,
alcohol.
and just drinks, a lot of water. You know what's funny is like out of all the coolers, there was like a soda cooler, a beer cooler, alcohol cooler. All the soda was gone. I think like almost all the beer was gone. A lot of the alcohol was like
Gone.
almost pretty much gone. The water cooler was like full.
No
one was drinking the water. I'm like, God damn it, no. We're all unhealthy as fuck. Should have been drinking more water the whole day.
I was drinking water
For some reason, just like, dude,
because
like,
I kept feeling drunk after like 1 cup. I was like, ooh, I kind of feel a little buzzed, and then I was like, I don't want to get too drunk, so I filtered it out with the water.
I don't know why it's so hard for me to drink water. Like, whenever I try to drink a lot of water, I'll get to this point where I'm like, oof, I had too much water, and then I'll forget about it, and then 9 hours pass by, and I'm like, oh, that's all the water I drank for today. That's it. And then I don't know how you can constantly just be drinking more and more and more water. I'm like, bro,
Because I always feel dehydrated.
really?
Yeah.
I feel dehydrated right now, to be honest, a little bit.
Do you want some water?
Well, actually, I'm down. Either way, so Should we go chronologically or should we just jump all over the place? Oh, I don't know. We're probably just gonna jump all over the place. Basically,
we could go chronologically.
We, Riley and I, well, originally we were gonna come out here on Friday.
Yeah.
But then that, to come out here from LA is about a 5-hour drive, and so it would basically take up half of your day. And Riley was just like, let's not leave Friday, let's leave Thursday after Disconnected, so that we can just drive all night, get there, in the middle of the night sometime and sleep, and then we'll have most of Friday to hang out there. So we did. Riley was behind the boards. We did Disconnected. I was on Disconnected, whatever. I had a couple too many drinks, so Riley had to drive there, and she basically drove like more than half the trip.
I got us there pretty fast, honestly. I was like, because every time me and Yuri come to the Bay, we always come on a Friday and leave on a Sunday. And so like our trip is so rushed because we get here, we're exhausted, we really don't want to do much. And then the next day, it's like our whole day's full of like seeing like 5 million different family members.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we leave. So it's like, I was like, let's just do it. I'm down to drive. You could just sleep the whole time. And I pulled through. What?
Well, now they're saying the mic is too loud.
Oh my God.
Okay, this should be the sweet spot right here.
Sorry, am I yelling at you guys?
Yeah, I thought you were peaking a little bit, but I think I was too. My voice is louder as well. But what were you saying? Sorry.
I don't know. I drove
relaxing.
all the way here.
Yeah, basically. I slept most of the ride, and then I woke up like 75% through it, and then I was just like, I felt bad. It was like 3 a.m, and I was just like, oh my God, babe, let me drive the rest. And she was just like, okay. But either way, we got here like super fucking late.
Yeah, like 4 a.m.
Hung out with the family and stuff on Friday, and then Saturday was
Friday was like we pretty much chilled. We got breakfast on the water.
Oh yeah.
In Antioch, and it's like this little restaurant, but they like renovated it. And we actually saw one of my friends, Marina from beauty school. Shout out Marina. And she was a great waitress. And it was cool to see it was cool because I feel like I got to see someone everywhere I went.
Yeah. It feels like even though this place kind of feels like Los Angeles, where it's like super expansive and all the stores are similar and there's like so many businesses and stuff, but it really feels like a small town where every time I come here with Riley, it's always just like, oh, that's my friend. Mm-hmm. Hey, Riley, how's it going? Like, you're always just like running into hella people, or you're going like, oh, that's this person's business, or that's that. And I'm just like, damn, like it really feels like a small town vibe out here,
It is. A lot of like the parents, like the kids I grew up with, like all of us ended up kind of like going different places, but our parents grew up in that area too, and they just stayed out there,
Yeah.
So it is just very small town vibes. But it was ridiculously hot.
Dude,
and
I thought LA
we had to go. We went to my mom's, and she was setting up, so we were helping her set up everything, and we were just dying because it felt like Arizona summer.
100%. Like honestly, I'm not sure if I've ever experienced the Bay like this, but I was telling the chat when we were in LA, I'm like, I think there's a heat wave right now because it's so hot in LA every day, and then we came out here, and I'm like, dude, like, you don't even want to be outside. You know what I mean? You're like, dude, like, there was days in LA where it was so hot, but you could really push it and be like, I'm still going to go skate today. But honestly, I was thinking about it. I'm like, bro, I could not imagine skating outside right now. Like, you would have to have a car.
Oh, you would be dying.
Yeah, like, I can't imagine being in the streets skating from spot to spot in this weather. I'm like, bro, you would die of, like, dehydration or sunstroke or something like that.
Yeah.
But
nobody ever believes me when I tell them that it's like it gets super hot because they think Bay Area, San Francisco, like how it's cold out here.
I was gonna say we're in San Francisco now. We came here and it's like I'm finally able to wear sweats and pants.
Yeah,
it's
I'm like in a
so
hoodie.
fucking cold here. Actually, it's like freezing outside and it's windy.
Bless you. Bless you.
But either way, Riley's brother's sorry for sneezing into the mic. Riley's brother's graduation party was on Saturday.
Yes.
And I already was like, all right, everyone's gonna be drinking. Everyone's talking about drinking and like turning up and being here till late at night. So I was just like, all right, like, and also, we could have just stayed there too. So I was just like, all right, whatever. Let's just I will just drink as much as possible. And I didn't really feel like I got too drunk, but towards the end of the night when I was like trying to go to sleep, I was like, oh my God, I was like, I'm starting to feel a little queasy here. But oh wait, no, I did vomit hella last night.
You did?
Yeah, I remember I told you we went to your sister's house after the party,
you did.
And then at one point I was like, it was the spliffs actually, for sure, because I was like kind of fine when we got there, and then we started rolling hella spliffs, and like after the second one, I was like, oh my God, like I'm feeling hella nauseous, and then I went to the bathroom and threw up hella. went outside, rolled another spliff, smoked again with you guys. And I was like, I have to go. And then I went back and started throwing up more.
Oh my god.
And then I thought I felt better, but then in the morning I woke up with the worst headache I've had in a long time. That shit was the worst.
Yeah, I yacked a little bit too. I just felt super tired and drained.
I know. How much did you drink yesterday?
Same as you.
3 mixed cups of lemonade.
And then we drank the same amount of shots.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that shit was terrible. Usually you guys know we will have a couple drinks for this podcast, but today no, I do not want to drink for like a month.
Told you.
That was so bad. I was almost at the point where I was like, I never want to drink again, but it wasn't that bad. But bro, you know what's even worse is today in the morning I woke up, crazy fucking headache. And, just from being dehydrated and a hangover or whatever. And I was just telling Riley, like, dude, I feel super sick right now. I threw up in the morning a bunch of times. And then, and I don't like taking headache medicine because it fucking, it just makes your veins bigger. Or, like, because when you have a headache, your veins are hella tight from being dehydrated. Mm-hmm. So you're not getting much oxygen. So, like, Advil or whatever it is, like, those things that make your headaches go away, they just kind of widen your veins so that more blood and oxygen can get through. And I always, like, just thought, like, it's kind of... I don't like playing with my veins like that. It seems kind of scary, even though they seem so innocent. So I try not to take that type of stuff. But today my headache was so bad in the morning. I was like, babe, let me get Advil. And then she gave me 2 of them. I took 1. And then before I even took it, I was like, I feel like I should eat before I take this because I feel like my stomach's not going to handle it. And then I took it. 5 minutes later, I started feeling hella nauseous. And then she just started throwing up crushed up Advil, which tastes like shit. It was like the worst fucking throw up in the world. But... I don't know.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was bad. And we ate hella carne asada last night too.
I know.
And
so bad.
and the fucking I was putting like the spiciest salsa on it.
The habanero.
I'm just like, bruh. That shit was really
My
hitting.
uncle warned me about that. He's like, make sure you know that to tell people like this is the spicy one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you gonna stand by the table
yeah,
and warn every single person?
Tell everybody.
Guys, be careful. That's
but
the
we could have. I mean, we could have labeled it, but
I know, right? Just label it. I told Riley to tell everyone. I don't know. You should have walked around the party and told everyone, guys, if you're getting any tacos, green one, be careful, or habanero one. Careful.
But I mean, the party was hella fun. One of my best friends, that I haven't seen in like a super long time. She moved away to Germany because her husband's in the Air Force, and then she lived in Missouri too for like I hadn't seen her like for 4 years. Me and Yuri went to her son's birthday party last year because she finally moved back to the U.S. Mm-hmm. And I hadn't seen her since, so she came to the party, and Yuri and I and her just hung out the whole time, and it was hella fun.
Yeah, it was super chill. I felt bad because I kept wanting to take smoke breaks, but, it's a family event, so I would have to go to the car. And every time I would go, like, Riley would be like, oh, like, Riley would come with me. And then after, like, the 4th, 5th smoke break, I'm like, oh, I feel kind of bad. Like, I'm dragging Riley over here to smoke with me constantly when all this stuff is going on out there,
No, I didn't care. I wanted to smoke, too. It was so funny because I was like, you guys smoke so much. She's like, I'd be dead if I was you.
Oh, my gosh. Honestly, it's like, at a certain point, like, I need to realize that I do it, yes, to get high, but I feel like a lot of it is kind of just, like, to make myself busy sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If I'm at a party or whatever, or just in a social event, what can I do? Drink? No. Smoke? Okay, let me just, like, roll up and smoke. I don't know. It's just weird to just sit there and socialize without doing anything.
You don't have to roll and smoke weed all day, though.
I know.
You could just talk.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of weird to just sit there and socialize the whole time without doing something.
No, it's not. You're sipping.
Sipping water?
Yeah, sipping water.
Dude, that would be funny if I actually, like, go to a party and I bring, like, a Tito's bottle and I keep pouring shots of water for myself and I keep coming up to groups of people saying, let's drink. And I'm just, like, I just look like I just get the whole bar fucked up, basically. And
you're just sober,
and I'm sober as fuck the whole time. That'd be funny.
Everybody would be so annoyed. Or you would be annoyed about
I know, with everyone's drunkenness. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no one's listening to me. Yuri got social anxiety. I feel like I definitely do, a little bit. At one point, Riley, it was like a big backyard. Like Riley's mom has like a huge backyard, or Riley's parents. And at one point Riley went to go to the bathroom with her friend or whatever, and I went to go make myself a taco plate. Finished it, turned around, Riley still wasn't back, and I was just like looking at this giant field of people, and I was just like, who do I sit and eat with? I was like, fuck, what do I do now? And then I was like, I'm just gonna find a small little table by myself and sit somewhere. And then I found like some table in the corner. I sat down and I just started eating. And I was just like, this is so awkward.
Oh my god!
I'm just sitting here by myself in this corner,
isolated.
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable enough to just sit down some random family member just be like, "What's up, guys?
Yeah, I feel that.
Let's eat some tacos."
I would definitely do
don't
the
know.
same thing.
But either way,
yeah.
got really awkward. Anyway, like, did we skip through a bunch of stuff that happened, or no? Did we cover a lot of the things? I feel like this weekend.
Yeah, I think
It was hot.
It was hot.
We went to a party.
partied,
We got too
drunk.
What else happened? Okay, so we did all that, and then Riley was like, since we're out here, she's like, we should spend one day in San Francisco, because the last time we came out here, we were only here for like 3-4 hours, and then just like went straight back. But Riley's like, we should spend a whole day out there, so we're gonna stay in this hotel room, and then we're gonna, head back out tomorrow or whatever. But when we didn't know that when we were coming out here, today's like the gay parade, or what is it? Like,
it's
what
gay
is it?
pride.
Gay pride day, or
Yeah, it's just they call it Pride.
is it once a month, or like
It's once a year.
Oh, okay. I would expect it out here to be like once a month or something like that. But so apparently we came here perfectly on Pride Day, and I thought it was so cool. I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be funny if we do an IRL, on the streets or whatever. But like I said, we woke up like at 12 or 1.
So late. I was so
sick as fuck.
mad.
Riley threw up. I threw up. Like at the point where we were finally feeling good enough to head out to go to San Francisco, it was like 2:00.
Yeah.
And dude, just to get here was ridiculous. There was so much fucking traffic. A lot of the streets are closed down and all this stuff. There's all these.
You already
colorful
posted.
people
It took
walking
like 30 minutes to get 2 miles.
Oh yeah, it was worse before. I posted it like when we were kind of already over the trip, but it was like at a point where it was like 3 miles was gonna take like half an hour or like 40 minutes. You're like, bro, I could walk faster than this, but I don't know.
So we don't know what else we're gonna do here. What do you think we should do after this?
Is it dangerous at night in San Francisco? That's what I was wondering. I was like, kind of.
Not really.
And I didn't tell you this, but I was kind of contemplating. I'm like, it would be kind of cool, like, once it gets late and Riley wants to go to sleep, like, I just grab my skateboard and skate around the streets. But I'm like, is that SF dangerous? Like, could I just skate around the streets and not worry about being, bipped or whatever?
I'd be scared that you would get lost.
I wouldn't get lost. I have my phone. We're living in I'm not living in, but we're in a futuristic ass city. They got everything fucking labeled and covered or whatever. But
I don't know. We should do something.
I was telling Riley, I'm like, dude, like, I want to skate around the city, but Riley doesn't know how to ride a bike. She doesn't like the electric scooters. And I'm just like, dude, we need something where Riley can just tag along behind me and be on some sort of transportation. But you're scared of that stuff.
I just can't. Like, I know myself, and I know if I get on a scooter, I'm literally going to fall.
Especially going through traffic and all that stuff. Yeah. Like, oh my God. Yeah.
I get overwhelmed, and like when I see too many people, I'm going to try to swerve out the way, and I'm just going to
hit someone,
run into a wall.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'd rather not. We need a.
But you should go, and I'll just stay here and chill for a second.
But also, I was thinking, like, dude, I'm feeling so tired right now.
I could tell.
You really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it's Riley and I just had a giant hamburger. I'm not sure if it's the hamburger hitting me and I'm getting the itis, or I'm just super tired from this whole weekend.
I think you're just drained from the alcohol.
And the alcohol, too. I can't imagine drinking right now, bro. My stomach still feels weak. But either way, also on top of it, Riley and I were heading here, and I was thinking also with this new topic we should get into, the new thing about Roe versus Wade being reversed or whatever.
I cannot believe it.
I was like telling Riley, I'm like, dude, there's probably gonna be like hella crazy protests in San Francisco, and I think there was, but I didn't see anything. We didn't see anything crazy that bad.
Well, I think there was the day that happened, and it was announced, but then today was Pride, so I think that just kind of
positive vibes only.
Mm-hmm. Overturned that for a second, but I'm sure it's gonna be back.
You know what's crazy? It was the day of your brother's graduation party. We woke up that day, and that morning I got on my phone first before Riley, and I was just like scrolling through Instagram, and I just see this one Instagram account post this thing where like this Instagram account posts like new stuff, but sometimes they're kind of off with their information, so I wasn't like exactly sure, but they posted Roe versus Wade like, reversed or whatever, and it was posted like 18 minutes ago, and I was like, what? No way. And then I showed it to Riley, and Riley's like, that's a troll. She's like,
I was like, there's no way, and there's no way this is ever gonna happen
Riley
again.
Riley couldn't believe it. She's like, no, that's not real. She's like, they wouldn't do that.
And you're like, yeah, like, dude, everybody's posting on Instagram, and then I go on Instagram, I see everybody's stories just like outraged, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
isn't that crazy?
I never thought.
But here's the thing, that this is Something
I would see that day.
I wanted to say about this topic is so it's like basically the government or the Supreme Court is like making it illegal throughout all the states, but each state individually has an option of like being like, nah, like we choose to actually keep this or whatever the way it is, right? And right now, I'm not sure if you guys have seen or not, but in Los Angeles, downtown LA, and also in SF a little bit, there's been like crazy protests. And in downtown LA, they're stopping freeways. Some of the protesters are like smashing random people's cars. Whoever's trying to not stop and drive around it, they smash their car. It's just like, and also they're stopping traffic, which is like, this has been discussed before when the other freeway stopping protests happened years ago. It's like, dude, there's literally people in emergencies and on the fucking freeway who need like diabetic medication or on the way to the hospital or taking their grandpa to a cancer treatment. It's just like, and you're stopping all these people for fucking 5 hours. Oh, why? Because you're trying to make this point. I get it, but we live in California where it's most likely abortion's going to stay legal, right? And our government or whatever, the governor of California, like they are all supportive of this shit. They're all, I don't think you really see anyone saying like, nah, in California.
I think it's people that want to make a point all over. Like I think everybody just wants to get together in every state and like.
That's a dumb way to make the point, in my opinion. It's like you're kind of like attacking your fellow friends and family who.
Well, I don't agree with smashing innocent people's cars, but
I don't agree with stopping the freeway. Because like it's like I feel like if you're gonna stop the freeway in Texas and Oklahoma and all these like super Republican states where they're definitely gonna make abortion illegal. Like go protest out there. It's like I feel like protesting out here. It's kind of like. You're protesting to the government, right, or to the city hall or whatever it is, and city hall's like, we're on your side. What else do you guys want? You know what I mean? Like, why are you guys knocking on our windows? It's like we already agree with you. You know what I mean? Like, like I don't know. That's why I'm like, I understand. Like, everyone in California is on the same page. You know what I mean? Like, protesting about that stuff is kind of pointless to do out here, in my opinion.
I don't know.
Go protest online. Like, make your voices heard online. I feel like that's way more efficient because you can actually get your message heard out in Texas. The only way you're going to get this message heard out in Texas is if Texas local news covers this and says Los Angeles has fucking, protests over Roe versus Wade. That's the only way I guess they would hear about it or something like that. But I don't know. In my opinion, it's kind of useless or pointless.
I don't know. I understand that like people are pissed and like they want to prevent this from happening. So I think it's just trying to set a message where everybody can everybody just comes together and they fight for the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like a unity thing.
Yeah. Just I guess like how you go about it, But,
yeah, it's like you don't have to be extra with exactly stopping the freeways and hurting people, smashing shit.
Cars. It's like what?
Fucking with police if they're not even doing anything to you.
But it's interesting. Like I saw a couple clips already on Instagram where it shows that lady from Full House. What's her name?
Jodie Sweetin.
Yeah, Jodie Sweetin. She got pushed to the floor by the cops hella aggressively.
She did.
And like if you go to the comments, it's like hella people are like, "What the fuck? Like, that's fucked up. Why is this dude cop pushing the girl like that?" But then if you look into like the local news reportings about what was exactly happening in that intersection, those protesters were destroying cars, and the cops were pushing the protesters back to stop destroying cars. You can't ask nicely to be like, can you guys stop destroying these people's cars? No, they will push you back, you know what I mean, and protect whatever the fuck they're trying to protect. So it's just like, I don't know, if you look at it full context, I'm like, bro, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, why are you destroying these people's cars and then getting mad that the police is pushing you back?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that fucking cops should be pushing women to the floor like that, but I don't think you should be on that freeway protesting or smashing random people's cars.
I wonder what's gonna happen. I wonder if it's gonna be like crazy rioting again.
I feel like find the couple politicians in California who are trying to make abortion illegal and go protest in front of their house or something.
Well, yeah.
Maybe that's not a good idea either, though. I don't know, but I don't know exactly what to do. I just feel like the whole freeway thing is like it's hurting more people than it's helping. You're kind of causing. You're like, I don't know. You're not really helping anything for your cause, and you're just like causing a bunch of other issues for a bunch of
inconveniences.
Not just inconveniences, but like there's been stories of people dying in those traffic jams because they needed something in emergency or whatever it was. But you know what else is crazy is I think like maybe I'm a little bit wrong here, but I feel like after we've had Biden for a minute, I have been seeing online a little bit like people have been kind of starting to joke around saying like, oh, Biden's so airheaded that, or just like kind of like lost and spacey that we'd rather have that dude back or whatever. And I kind of like, I feel like I saw a little bit of that conversation where they're like, we'd rather have the other dude back than Biden at this point. But after seeing Trump completely say like, this is a victory, this Roe versus Wade thing, he's like,
that was gross.
This is a victory for MAGA. And what's even weird is like, there was, I forgot what lady that was. I'm not gonna say the name. I don't know who it was, but they had some lady talking for Trump, and she's like, this is a victory for white life, which is, I don't understand that.
Wait, it was a MAGA rally?
It was probably a MAGA rally. He's probably just like preaching to fucking his choir. It's not like anything official like that, but
he's gross.
That's what I'm wondering. Is like,
see, this is what I'm talking about.
But what do they mean victory for white life? Like what? Like I would like to see her sit down in an interview and explain
what
like,
she means.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean victory for white life? Like, is there some sort of issue of a bunch of white people getting abortions and that's why they're trying to stop this?
That's probably.
It's like, what the hell? Like, is that what they're worried about here? It's so weird. And then what's even crazier is last time, before they even reversed this, when they were just talking about doing it, we talked about this a while ago, how I said, I feel like there needs to be some sort of donation fund started where if like women in states where it's illegal to get an abortion, where if they need an abortion, they can like go on this website and like through this program or fundraiser, you can get like either a plane ticket or a bus ticket to a place where you can get the abortion, and then you'll basically they'll pay for your transportation to go get the abortion. You can come back to where you live. But we were watching Phil DeFranco right now, and Phil DeFranco saying that in some of those states like Texas, they might make it not only illegal to have an abortion, but they might make it like illegal to even like go to another state to get an abortion. So if you're like a Texas citizen and you go to California to get an abortion and come back, you can either get fined or go to jail.
Oh my lord, dude.
Isn't that crazy?
See,
now it's getting insane. Now it's getting even worse.
This is weird.
That's like...
This is so controlling and like scary.
Bro. And it's been starting since 3-4 years ago,
Oh my lord.
This shit's insane, man. It's like they basically do whatever the hell they want, and
we just live with it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what's funny is Riley and I were just watching this video the other day of this like it's a Russian YouTube channel where this dude basically goes around Russia, like the streets of Russia, Moscow, or whatever it is, and he starts asking people on the street questions, and he was like asking them like, do you think we live in a totalitarian state? Like, do you think you can talk shit about Putin? Do you think you have freedom of choice? And basically, like, every single person was just like, we live in a fucking dictatorship and we can't really do much. Like, we don't have any say in anything, And it's kind of like, America's kind of like that. It feels like, you know what I mean? I guess, I don't know. We do have a say in stuff, but then at the end of the day, you see with stuff like this, it's like, I feel like more than 50% of the country, maybe 60, 70, 80% of the country wants abortions to be legal. Yes. I feel like it's a very small percentage of people who think it should be illegal. And how is it that it's becoming like this law?
I honestly think it might be more than you think, because how could this even be a possibility?
Okay, we live in California, so it's gonna change the people I talk to, but just in the people I've talked to, I've only met like one person who was saying like maybe abortion shouldn't be legal, and I thought that was weird.
Oh Lord. Who is this? Do I know this person?
Yes. Do I know this person? But anyways, what topics do you have listed? Guys, dude, we just went to this burger spot called Pearls, and I have to say, we were told it's the best burger spot in San Francisco. I'm not sure if it's the best because I've only been to one. That one, it was so good. It was delicious.
It was really good. They were just a little too filled.
What do you mean? Oh, yes. Way too stuffed. Bless you. It's a dusty hotel room.
Yeah. I mean, they had like 2 options where it was like deluxe burger or mini deluxe burger. So I think they'd trick you where you're thinking the mini is like a kid.
Yeah. No, I would get the mini. I feel like the deluxe burger should be called like extra large burger because it is a really fucking fat burger.
And it was just so messy.
Yes.
What
were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that also on Thursday, we had well, you had on your stream
Oh yes.
AI Bargo pull up, aka Can I Get a W?
If you guys remember it was the 5-day stream, right?
Yes.
During the 5-day stream, I remember this song from the Listening to Music streams for No Jumper, and it was a song called "Can I Get a W." If you search up "Can I Get a W" a car seat freestyle, is this a YouTuber called AI Bargo. He had submitted this song to No Jumper, and it just like stuck with me. I thought it was funny because like I stream or whatever, and he had hit me up saying, "Dude, I'm coming out to California for VidCon or whatever. Like, if you're down to meet up, like, let me know." And like I said, I was Thursday was our last day in LA. We were gonna leave that night right after Disconnected. So I was doing a pre-stream before Disconnected, but since we were leaving that night, I had to get a bunch of stuff ready, like our clothes and like I don't know. I just had to get a bunch of like little errands of done and ready before we headed out. So I didn't get to start streaming until like 3 o'clock. And then anyways, hit up AR Bargo. He was like, "Bro, I'm coming through." He came through like at 4. And he was super chill, dude. He was super nice, super cool guy. And what's even crazier is he told me he drove here from Atlanta, 36-hour drive. And I was just like, holy shit, it's a long-ass drive. I'm like, dude, like, gas prices are insane right now. Like, how much was that in gas? He's like, oh, man, it's like $500 in gas. I'm like, bro,
Oh my God.
that's insane. And, like, AI Bargo, if you guys, like, check out his channel. Thank you, Shamanity, for dropping the link. If you guys should check out his channel, he's like a small channel, he's like still growing or whatever, so he's really like investing a lot of money and time into into this YouTube game or whatever. I thought that was really cool. I was like, damn, this fool really went to VidCon for, and really he invested a lot of money to go to VidCon basically.
For real.
Like, that was cool. But anyways, he came through the house. We streamed for like an hour, and then I had to do Disconnected after. I was like, bro, you should come through and check out Disconnected, see how how it is like just to sit there or whatever. So he came through. He thought it was really cool, and then he was like, dude, we gotta do a car seat freestyle before like you head out. So I was like, okay. So after Disconnected, for like 10-15 minutes, I did a car seat freestyle with him. But I was kind of nervous because I was like, I'm really not that good of a rapper at all, So I asked fucking Blasi, Potlord, and House Phone. I'm like, dude, would you guys be down to hop in and freestyle with me on this dude's channel? And they were all down. So basically, this AI Bargo got the Disconnected fucking crew freestyle in his car seat freestyle thing. I'm not sure when the video is gonna drop, but he said he's gonna drop that video pretty soon.
How was it?
It was good. It was super fucking funny. I told Riley there was one point where AI Bargo, we were like freestyling, and AI Bargo like hands me his merch, like t-shirt that he had just dropped, and I was like holding it up. I was like, oh, this is fire, lit. And then House Phone was like freestyling, and he was getting upset that we were like talking over him. And like he includes in his freestyle, he like grabs the shirt, he's like, fuck this shit, and fucking tosses it out the window. At first I just thought he grabbed it, but then I looked and I saw it was like lying outside the car on the floor. He threw it out the window.
Was it a white t-shirt?
It was black.
Oh, okay.
And he kept freestyling, and then after he finished freestyling, he was like, yo, my bad, bro. He's like, did you really drive here from Atlanta? And he was like, yeah, man. And then the House Phone was just like apologizing. He's like, my bad, dude. But it was super fucking funny. It was really good. House Phone went off, Blasi went off, Potlord went off as well. I got a couple bars in, but they did a way better job than I did.
Did you guys do multiple beats?
Yeah, we did multiple beats. I wonder what the audio was gonna be
listen.
like. The audio was, it felt like he was really blasting music. So I'm like, I wonder how loud if you're gonna be able to hear us at all.
I think so. He has mics in there, right?
No, it was just his phone and a ring light and his car speakers. I fuck with it though.
Well, you could hear him in his other videos.
Yeah, right. So I think he knows
you'll
what
be
he's
fine.
doing. Someone is saying in the comments right now, new set. No, guys, we're in a hotel room and we can't. We have to do the show every Sunday. So I just brought all the podcast equipment with us. I'll post on Instagram what this looks like after. Brought all the podcast equipment with us, and we were like, we have to do the show. We might do an after show as well.
Yes, around the hotel.
Yeah, depends like how I feel as soon as we end the stream, because I feel nauseous again, dude.
Yeah, I could tell.
Really? How do you feel? You don't feel sick?
I just feel a little tired.
I feel like that burger was super heavy.
I think it was good. I didn't eat all of it though.
Yeah, me neither. What else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else, but I freaking forgot. Jesus. Well, oh yes, about the new. Someone reminded me in the comments saying, asking if this is the new set. I forgot his name already because I just got in communication with him. I think it was like Johnny. I already forgot. I forgot the IG name, but this guy hit me up on Instagram and he said like, "Yo, dude," he's like, I'm good at, or I know how to use Unreal Engine 5. And if you guys don't know, it's like that's the program that they use to make like a lot of video games. Like I think Unreal Engine 5 is the newest one that just came out, so it's like you can make some really cool video games, not just video games, but like it's like CGI shit where you can animate stuff and make people move and make cartoons and make video games or whatever. I think that Spyro game that I've been playing was made on Unreal Engine 5. A lot of people use it. You have to be like very knowledgeable, you know what I mean? Like you have to have a good setup, because that shit probably taxes the hell out of your computer, and then also you have to like probably put in so much work to know how to, you know, even make things. It
looks complicated as fuck.
It's probably so complicated, dude. But either way, he hit me up saying, can I make you guys a background for 10 Talks? I was like, fuck yeah, I'm down. And this is when Riley and I were heading to the Bay. We're still driving, and I like, while we were in the car, I just sent him like a little idea. I was just like, yo, it would be cool if it was just in the forest and I had a hanging wooden plank sign that said 10 Talks or something like that. Or maybe I didn't even say there should be a tent. I was just like, it should be in the forest with that sign. And basically he sent me a couple of days later like a bunch of like background templates with like, it's like a campsite with a tent and seats, and like there's like the 10 Talks logo hanging off a tree. It looks super cool. It looks like a video game.
It looks really nice. I think everybody's gonna love it.
I showed a little sneak peek on Instagram.
Oh, you did?
Of the dark one, or the nighttime one, of the top angle. So he made a couple different ones, and the last one he made was this like top crooked angle of the fireplace. And I was telling Riley, I'm like, that would be perfect for the after shows, because you know the show is during the day, then after show is at night. So I was like, that's you know, it worked out perfectly. And he was telling me, he's like, dude, he's like, if you like this, like once you get it all up and running, like hit me back up. He's like, we can make like alternating sets in the background, whatever. It could change seasons and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, that'd be sick. So
I'm excited.
I need to remember his Instagram, but huge shout out to this dude. I already saw, I post on Instagram, so you guys probably already know about it. But huge thank you to that dude for making that shit. Shout out to you. So I think for the next episode of 10 Talks, we will have the new background.
I'm so excited.
Can I see your topics again? Sorry. I feel like I'm getting out of breath. Let me grab my Rockstar. I'm going to finish the rest of the whatever Rockstar I have.
Hotel-y vibes.
What was the top one you had written? Jeez.
My throat has a tickle.
A tickle? Yo, guys, also, little... Maybe I'm wondering if I should post on Instagram or not, but the hotel room we're in, we should talk about this a little bit. Last time a year ago, Riley and I came here. Riley and I visited one of her friends who like lived in a deluxe apartment, very expensive, right?
Very bougie.
We go in there, and it's an apartment that like if I walked into an apartment in Los Angeles where I heard that the month was this much, I'd expect a certain thing, right? And we walked in. And I was like, this is tiny, dude. Like, I was like, all the doorways, all the living, like, everything's so squished. And then Riley was telling me, she's like, dude, like, SF is kind of like New York, where they're like, they make everything tinier, they squish a lot of stuff. And, you know, if you look at New York real estate videos, like, their places are super tiny. Like, they're happy to have any space at all. And then anyways, so skip forward a year later, we're here now. Riley and I are checking into this hotel room. Dude, the stairs to get... like the elevator's broken here.
Yeah, so the elevator's broken.
The stairs to get up to the floor that we're on are so narrow and tiny.
And they spiral.
And they spiral where it's not a full stair. It's like a pizza slice. And you can really slip, you know, even like very easily. And if you slip and fall, you're kind of like going to fucking slide all the way down, like breaking your neck and shit like that. But basically, it's a very, very narrow stairway. I think it's cool, though. It's very nice looking. But the only thing in my head I was thinking of is, like, in case of emergency, like, this stair set would suck. You know what I mean? It would be, like, so cramped.
Oh,
like,
God.
One person at a time, one file line type shit.
Single file line.
Yeah, single file line. But, and then we got to our floor. We're walking down the hallway. The hallway is kind of, like... pretty, you know, narrow as well. And then our room is like, I feel like our room is like pretty decent size, you know what I mean? But the bathroom gives you the vibe of like that New York show where they really squish everything together. The sink, the bathtub, you know, the toilet. It's like very one small spot, but it looks nice though.
It reminds me of like the 30s.
Really? Mm-hmm. They would do that, like the way it looks?
I don't know, like just like the floor and like the white tub.
But
the tile.
To our left, we have a window where if you open up the window or look through the window, we have a brick wall right there. It's basically there's nothing there, but we're on the top floor, and if you open our window, you can actually step out of it onto some sort of roof right here, but we're completely enclosed where no one could see us technically, and so that's kind of where Riley and I have been taking our little smoke breaks. We've just been stepping out of the window.
Yeah, we just been crawling out, chilling like Spider-Man. It literally looks like New York.
It does. And I was telling, like, both Riley and I were saying we kind of like the vibe of smoking out there. It's like chill. It's cool.
It's like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
A movie scene.
Anyways, that's all I wanted to say about
But we should try to go live after and show around the hotel.
I'm down. Show you guys, because the downstairs is really interesting. We were trying to, there is a billiards table, and I was super excited to play pool, but they don't have the balls, unfortunately.
She said they're getting shipped.
She's like, oh, they're shipping the balls right now. I'm like, okay.
Shipping
I'm like,
balls.
how long have you guys been waiting for these balls? Like, it sounds like a voyage, bro.
I know.
There's just like some golden fucking special balls made in, like, I don't know, India or something like that by this one dude. I don't know, but either way, one of the topics we have here listed is, I think this is interesting. Adam posted the clip. Okay, so a lot of people in the comments in the chat have been saying, like, Yuri got fired from No Jumper, Yuri addressed getting fired from No Jumper. And, you know, I talked about it many times already on stream, and it got to this point where I'm like, I've already talked about it, and people are still asking about it. I don't know what to say at this point. I don't want to keep, you know, re-explaining the story. But Adam invited me on the No Jumper show. Thank you to Adam for that. And during that episode, we talked about him, quote-unquote, firing me. And he posted a clip of it on the No Jumper Clips channel. And, dude, and within one day, that clip got, like, 121K views. I was like, what the fuck? That's so many fucking views. I was, like, thinking, like, is this... How much of that has to do with people knowing the word Yuri? Or how much does that have to do with thinking... Adam fired an employee. This is interesting. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
I think it has to do something with you for sure.
With the name as well.
It's because everybody's like so curious of why Yuri's not at No Jumper anymore.
And it just explains everything. But now the clip's like almost at 150K. I was telling around like, dude, like, that's insane that this clip titled about me getting fired has this many views.
The Chuck one has like 300K.
Oh my fucking god. But you know what's crazy is like I never really think about the No Jumper numbers until like you put in relation with like other big companies. Like I didn't think about this until Blasey brought up George Lopez's podcast and his channel, and he's like, dude, like he'll be posting stuff and like kind of capping at 15-20K views, you know what I mean? Like, and to think that there's someone who has so much, you know, there's like companies and people who have like so much history and so much experience, all this stuff, and then on YouTube it's like it's kind of hard to gain that audience. I'm like, it's kind of insane that there's 120K people looking at this clip about me getting fired. But if anyone out there is curious about why,
now you know
everything happened. Boom, it's all in there in that,
it's all laid out there.
In that little 9-minute video. But either way, that's about it for that for that topic. What else do we have here? Oh, the car seat freestyle, the superior core. How long? What time do we start? We still have some time.
I know
to finish okay, so guys, we've been traveling, and you know we're super tired right now. So cut us a little bit of slack if we already ran through all of our topics. Let us quickly think of what else we need to talk about. Yeah, we'll just chit chat. Should we open up the chat?
Yeah, let's chit chat with the chat.
Let's see what the chat has to say.
Thanks, guys.
I did see this comment the other day saying like, before we did the Gulag stream, we had before we started the Gulag stream on Sunday, and before the Gulag stream we did 10 talks, and we did 10 talks specifically earlier in the day, and we only did an hour episode that day, and we told you guys like during the episode we're like, guys, we're only doing an hour episode this day and not doing an after show because we need to take everything out of the room, which took like a couple hours, and then and get this Gulag stream started. So we had to do only an hour show to get the next stream started, which was like a 2-day whole fucking shit show. But I saw one comment saying like, oh man, Yuri and Riley don't even care about the podcast anymore, they're just getting shorter and shorter and all this stuff. I'm like, dude, like if you actually, I feel like some of those negative comments people aren't actually watching, you know what I mean? It's just like if you actually watch the podcast, you would know like this is why it was a shorter episode. And I feel like I need to explain why this one might be a shorter episode too, because I'm still trying to recover.
It's not that we don't care, it's just that sometimes there's not that much stuff that happened throughout the week. And
oh yeah, right, that's the other thing too, is like I guess our podcast is a little bit topical, where we try to talk about whatever the fuck is going on in the world and shit, but sometimes stuff isn't going on.
You know what, we always do the after show after for like at least an hour or two too on top of that. And we always talk about more topics
That's
in
true.
there. So
I bet
it's
you during the
like-
after show we're gonna find something else to talk about. Ryan Yuri sitting in a tree. Aw. Scam. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Either way, what do you... Oh, actually, guys, I grew up in West Hollywood. This is my first time... Actually, no. I've been in San Francisco one time before, but only for a couple hours. This is my first time being in San Francisco during the Pride event. Wow. Oh, we didn't even talk about the fucking bar, dude. So Riley and I earlier were hungry. We wanted to go grab some food, so we're going up to Pearl's, right? As we're walking there,
yes.
we just hear from far away, like just fucking thumping ass bass music. And
Craziest party.
as we're getting closer, it's just getting louder and louder. And we're like, bro, like what the fuck? Like who? Like this is some loud ass music. We finally get to we see where the music is coming from. And it's like from the street, you can see there's like some second story, maybe like pool area or something. And they're just hella, gay dude just like fucking partying it up. The music's going crazy. And I'm like, telling Riley, I'm like, how do you, like, what is this party? Like, is it for the hotel guests? Like, how do you get in there? And then we're walking around trying to get to this burger spot. And then we have to walk up this street. And then we see the entrance to that party that we were just like looking at. And dude, as Riley and I were like walking past the entrance, I see some dude like stumble out of the fucking front door, just drenched in sweat, and like his eyes just look like fucking
pulsating,
dilated as fuck. You know what I mean? Like just like dark black eyes, just sweaty. I'm just like, I'm like, oh my god, like what the fuck? And then Riley and I
walk bright as hell too.
I know. And then Riley and I walk up a little bit further, and then I see some dude like laying down on the sidewalk like this with some lady to his left holding his arm, and his homie like kind of kneeling down, or not kneeling down, but like squatting down, like it looks like they're both tending to him. And Riley and I are walking past, and I like look from the corner of my eye, and this dude has a bunch of blood on his hands, and they were making jokes. They were like, haha, like I forgot what they said, but they were making jokes about the fact they had all this blood on him. And I was telling Riley, I'm like, what is going on in this gay club bar that fools are leaving like all bloody and sweaty? And like, what the fuck is going on in there, dude?
And then after we're walking back, and then there's hella paramedics.
Oh yes,
outside of the club.
And then on our way back, there's like 4 paramedics and
we're like, oh no,
fire trucks outside. We're like, bro, those ones are getting turns in
They're
there.
getting lit. It started in the morning. Like the parade starts in the morning, and everybody parties all day. They're probably still turning up right now.
But Riley and I have been walking around, and it's like, it's crazy. It's just like everyone is.
It's different than LA,
rainbow. Very, very different. Like I feel like I would be used to it growing up in West Hollywood, but out here it's just like everyone's kind of like.
This is what
not like very supportive of it, I guess you could say. And what else was I gonna say?
San Francisco's known for like their pride.
No, yeah, exactly.
Their Pride Day, though.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. It's been going on for a while.
Forever, yes.
What was I gonna say? I thought it would be so funny if we did a fucking stream at the Pride event.
I know,
because I was like, bro, people would have been like, of course Yuri's at the Pride event.
We could have gotten all rainbow and glittery.
I know, we put up like rainbows over our face. That would have been hilarious, actually. Maybe tomorrow there's like a part 2.
No, it's Monday.
Oh, everyone's at work.
Yeah, everybody's hungover.
Everyone's hungover and fucking
coming down,
sore.
Coming off their Molly.
I know, exactly. But what else is there to do in San Francisco? Someone said go to Hippie Hill. I'm kind of interested in doing that.
We could do that tomorrow.
How far is that from here?
Kind of far.
Really?
It's going towards like San Francisco State.
Here's the thing with being in San Francisco is I told Riley, I'd rather walk and Uber around because I really don't feel like getting my car broken into. Yeah. It really sounds like it's going to happen no matter what. It doesn't sound like you have an option in it at all.
Where we're staying, it's like super busy, and there's just like, it's too much to drive around here. Like, it's kind of pointless where you could walk to like a lot of different places. And
dude, I was thinking like just skating around this area would be so sick. It's like I don't know, it's like downtown LA but nicer, because downtown LA is grimy. You know what I mean? Like this is actually like nice.
Would you ever move here?
I wouldn't move here, but I was telling Riley, like, that would be like a goal of mine, is like sometime in the future, maybe this year or next year, like I want to make it a trip and be like, guys, we're gonna spend a week in SF, and like that would be cool for the streams. You know what I mean? Like, we travel to different areas, do IRL streams there or whatever content in those areas, and like experience the lifestyle. And I feel like you need like a week at least.
Exactly.
And I feel like it would be cool if we were able to maybe stay in the same hotel for a week, or maybe get like 6-7 different hotels and stay at a different hotel every night. But that would be very stressful, maybe.
And expensive.
and very expensive. That's what I'm saying. Maybe sometime go skate. Yeah, I really want to go skate, but like I said, I can't ditch Riley.
Yeah, you can.
What do you? I can ditch you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to skate. That's why we're here.
Just leave me behind. Well, we're here to enjoy the city.
It's a little late now.
I know. How dangerous is SF at night?
It's not that bad.
What's the SF nightlife like? Oh, it's probably insane tonight.
It's lit.
Should we try to go
I
to
used
that
to go
bar?
out all the time.
I mean, that club.
Bruh, let's try to sneak into that club. It looks like super exclusive though.
How would we? What do you mean sneak in? We would just throw some rainbow on our face and they'll let us in. But okay. You know what's another random topic that I have here as well is this. A lady went viral not too long ago. It was a trans woman who won like some swimming Olympics or like swimming contest. It was like a huge, I think it was the Olympics. It was like some huge swimming fucking contest or championship, whatever. Competition. And this trans woman won. But she was like kind of like recently had transitioned. You know what I mean? Like it was like had been less than 5 years or less than 3 years or something like that. And a huge conversation got sparked where they were like, you know, this is unfair to other women or whatever. Like that were actually in that competition that spent their whole lives trying to, you know, get good at this. And then you have basically a person who has all the fucking history of being a man, you know what I mean, but like who's now a woman and has like these certain advantages or whatever.
Yeah.
And what's interesting, I forgot her name, but she did an interview and they asked her about it, and they were like, what do you think about people saying that this is like unfair? And her answer to that was, she was like, well, she's like, I'm such a small minority that it doesn't really affect anything. So in reality, like that's not a good answer. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a small minority now, but next thing you know, no women are you know, natural born women are winning any women's contest. So I don't know, it just gets kind of tricky and iffy right there. But either way, an update has come to that whole conversation where now I guess these swimming competitions are now, they have a new rule where trans women are allowed to compete, but you had to have transitioned before the age of 12.
No.
Which I thought was like kind of crazy. I'm like, oh shit, like.
Well,
so that's, you know, I guess I understand it. That does make sense, you know, but then also, you don't even hit puberty by the age of 12. You know what I mean?
That's probably
that's a big decision to make before you even hit puberty.
Well, that's probably why they're gonna allow.
Because it makes it like hard, very hard, like almost impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the new rule. So I wonder if she gets her medals taken away.
I doubt it.
You don't think so? People are gonna be upset.
Do they revoke medals?
Yeah, they definitely do. If you get caught, what's his name? That dude, the biker, Armstrong, whatever. Lance, yeah. Neil. Yeah, like he got his things taken away, I believe, because he got caught doping or whatever it was. But his doping was interesting, where you think of doping as in like taking, what's it called?
Needles?
Not needles. What's that thing that workout people use? Make themselves stronger. What the fuck? What is it called?
Oh my god.
Adam used to be on it.
Steroids.
There you go.
Adam used to be on it.
He said he's done it. He tried it before. But anyways, you would think that doping means like taking steroids, but like the doping that Lance Armstrong was doing was like, I forgot what it was called. It's like this thing that makes you recover red blood cells faster. That's all it does. Is like apparently when you're exhausted, you've kind of like you've drained your red blood cells and it builds up lactic acid, and like that's the thing that makes you exhausted and fatigued and tired. But there's like this thing you can do or inject or whatever it is, and it makes you rebuild your red blood cells faster, and you basically don't get as tired, or you have like more stamina. You can get tired way later.
So it is enhancing his performance though.
Yeah, but like it's like not the way you would expect. That's like an interesting one, you know.
Well, he's a biker, so he needs to not get tired.
Yeah, right. Flacco. Yeah, right. So, are you getting tired here?
Yeah, my eye's burning.
I'm noticing you're leaning more and more and more on me. It is comfy though. What do you guys think about doing a podcast like the lighting is very weird because we look very yellow, and also it looks like we're filming a porno.
Yep. Like the whole setup, the camera on the bed. It's so sus.
I know. If like someone were to come in here, like if like, you know, we had to open the door, they'd be like, what are you guys doing?
Freaks.
You can't film that content in our hotel room.
Fucking freaks.
You freaks. W setup. Thank you guys. Estrogen. What? Riley off the lean? I know, right? It looks like you're leaning. Speaking of leaning, I told Riley one of the places I want to visit in San Francisco is they have a huge tower that they built recently, and the tower started leaning. It's like a huge building, and it started like kind of tilting. San Francisco, they had this like one dude. I forgot. I think it's an architect, or I don't know what the word is for the type of dude who has to like solve these issues. But they brought in this guy who told them the only way to fix it is by doing this thing, but it was super expensive, right? And so the hotel was like, no, let's find something cheaper. So they fucking found another dude who recommended like a cheaper option of fixing the building tilting. And guys, this is a huge building in fucking the middle of San Francisco. If this thing falls, like, a lot of people are dying, and a lot of other buildings, like, it's gonna be a catastrophe basically. And anyways, they try to save money on fixing the building, so they chose the cheaper option. And after they finished doing that fixing thing or whatever, the building started leaning more, so they made the problem worse instead of better. And there's literally videos. I think it's the I forgot what tower it's called, but there's videos of like some of the people who live there. They'll put like a ball on the floor, and like the ball will just like roll to one side of the fucking room. But I was telling Riley, I'm like, I kind of want to go visit this tower. Oh yeah, what's also interesting is like this tower, they don't, now that they tried this cheaper fixing option, and they made the fucking the tower worse. Whatchamacallit, are you okay?
Yeah.
It's like you're falling asleep right here.
No, my eye is like on fire, dude.
It is the Millennium Tower. There you go. So it's the Millennium Tower, I believe, that's fucking falling over. And what's interesting is they don't know what to do at this point. They're like, basically they have like a bunch of professionals deliberating, saying like, oh, we should do this. Like they'll have all these different options of fixing it, but they don't know what.
They don't want to just demolish it.
It's a brand new building, and it's also in the very middle of San Francisco. I'm pretty sure demolishing that shit would be like, they would lose so much. It's a brand new building.
They already fucked it up.
Well, they're saying that they could fix it, but
they already tried to fix it.
I know, but that's what's funny, dude.
Bro.
I learned this shit when I was working with my dad, working on houses and appliances and all that stuff. Is like, dude, you see it over and over again when you're working with contractors. Contractors are always trying to save as much money as possible. They're always trying to like find the cheapest fixing option possible. And every time, like, you try to save money by trying to fix a problem, and then you either don't fix the problem or you make the problem worse, and you still end up having to spend the full amount that you were trying to save to fix the problem originally. So I learned that from a long time ago. It was like, if you're going to do something, you might as well do it right immediately, because if you do it half-assed, it's just going to bite you in the ass later, you know?
1000%.
So that's kind of like what they're dealing with. You know what I mean? They try to save money, and now it's worse. I want to go to this building and see if it's visibly, like, you can look at it and be like, damn.
Let's go. It's probably not far from here.
I was gonna say, I bet you we're not too far from where that tower is. But you know what's even crazier is I saw like this report about how like that building is meant for incredibly fucking rich people to live in there. Like they'll have condos in there or whatever it is. And a couple of those, it was like a conversation how those places are like millions of dollars to buy and live in there, right? So they had all these people who bought these locations to live in there, and now their fucking building is basically falling over. And there was a conversation of like, oh, are they gonna get their money back or whatever it is? And I saw this report about how the building privately settled with all their tenants. So the building had to like pay all their tenants like hush money to be like, don't complain about our building fucking falling over.
Jeez.
So who knows how much this fucking money, how much money this building fucking or this company paid to fucking keep these tenants quiet.
It has 3.5 stars on Yelp. It's only 0.8 miles from here.
Really? We could for sure walk there. Does it look crooked? It's the new Leaning Tower of Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Yuri, don't stop talking. Well, that's the point of a podcast, is to continue talking continuously and never finish.
I can't tell. It kind of looks, I don't know.
How could you tell the building is tilting, though? Like visibly, you would have to have another building right next to it that is straight.
We're gonna walk hella far to this building just to see the building.
Damn, SF would have a building that's not straight.
That's
funny.
Mr. West Hollywood.
They should put a bar in that building called they should call that building like the Not Straight Tower or something. I don't know.
Creative. Shall we read the review
of the buildings? This shit's crooked as fuck. I hate living in here. My bed is lopsided. I keep waking up on the wrong side of the bed.
My spouse and I were looking into considering this place as a home, but after further research, we learned that this tall building was built on a landfill like many other. And not only that, but it sinks every year. SF is overrated, y'all. Not worth it when you walk out to human feces every morning, too.
Bro. Damn, so that building was built on a landfill as well? That's insane.
Tilting could be good. Like when a dog tilts its head. What?
Wait, what? Let me see this. Someone left a comment saying, tilting can be good, like when a dog tilts its head. In fact, that can be one of the most endearing qualities of a pet. This tower has apparently got a slight measurable tilt that may or may not be normal. Next door, there is so much excavation, likely it has much to do with it or more expected settling. Apparently, the issue has been fixed from further settling. Not from what I heard. Apparently, the building is continuing to settle in a
3
crooked way.
stars.
Tilting can be good, like when a dog tilts his head.
Very endearing.
That's funny. You would have someone from SF having that perspective.
Oh
that building's looking at me like a dog, man. You'd have to be high as fuck to notice that. That's funny.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Also, guys, if you notice the thumbnail is kind of looking funny today, it's because I didn't have all the files with me too. I didn't have the same font files with me, so I had to use a funny, like just a normal font. So that's why 76 looks all weird. The building gonna fall over, bro. That's the biggest fear. Is like there's this one dude who's on YouTube who literally says he's like a specialist in this shit. And he was actually the dude who recommended them how to fix it originally, the expensive method, and they didn't want to do it. He's been making YouTube videos saying like this tower's gonna fall. He's like they're not taking this shit serious. They don't really care about it. He's like they're just trying to make money. He's like they're and save money or whatever. He's like this tower's gonna eventually fall over and like people are gonna die or whatever.
That's horrifying,
dude.
Y'all need to leave.
What else were we gonna talk about, guys? I'm so excited for my podcast to drop on the Sharp Tank.
I'm so excited.
Every day I wake
too.
up like, is it today yet?
He drops Thursdays, I believe.
I have to wait till Thursday. And he's done so many podcasts. I have to wait till Thursday 3 months from now probably.
Dude, I know. He stacks them up 5 episodes every time he comes.
Jesus Christ. Well, hopefully it comes out soon.
I know. They might rush yours.
They might what?
They might rush yours. You might be next.
Hopefully. Come on. Expedite it. Someone. Trevor. Bossa.
I think Laura's the one that
does all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about covers all the freaking topics we had listed. Should we do like a 5-minute chat session where we just go through the comments or open up the chat right here?
I'm down.
Guys, we're gonna end the podcast in a couple of minutes. And we're gonna try to do an after show either in the room or downstairs
in the lobby.
And I think it will be more fun downstairs in the lobby because I think there's like a dartboard or like
something
stuff
to do.
But yeah, I think we will do an after show today. Just I have to apologize. I'm so fucking tired. I'm still recovering.
He was so hungover this morning.
Dude,
so
I'm telling you,
bear with him.
It was so bad. I haven't felt that sick in a while, and now my stomach's starting to feel like it did in the morning again. Like it feels like I bet you was a rock star.
You just need to drink your water.
Yeah, I need to drink more water. And also, I don't know, do we need a snack? Tiny little snack?
You might need a little snackaroo in a little bit.
I want, like, a bowl of fruit. That stuff always makes you feel better.
True.
All right, so now we're going to go through the comments, guys. What do you guys think about this hotel room podcast? It's my husband's birthday today. Happy birthday to your husband.
Happy birthday.
Husband, Ayo Chapo. Fake Flacco in here. I know there's always a fake Flacco in here. Is that the real poetic Flacco? We will never know. Happy birthday, Johan. Happy birthday, Johan.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Allie.
Allie, is it today?
It's tomorrow, I believe.
Tomorrow, right? Yes. I like the setting. Thank you, Giselle. Talk about Flacco in 16, bro.
Everybody's talking about it.
I know. We've all given our take on that so many times already at this point. It's a dead horse. Very nice, Yuri. Thank you, man. Yeah, I believe tomorrow. Oh, where's Lola and the real star Luffy? We locked them in the room and left 3 pieces of kibble on the floor.
Oh my god.
And no litter. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to Gunner for taking care
Shout
of our
out Guns.
cats. The homie Gunner has been stopping by and taking care of our fucking cats. A huge shout out to Gunner. He was one of the prison guards, if you guys remember. Go to the pool. We have a pool here? I don't think so.
No.
And it's too cold for a pool.
Yeah,
it's
no.
fucking freezing. Maybe a jacuzzi. But honestly, after Pride Day, I would be scared to go in the jacuzzi.
Yeah, definitely suspect.
You're a. Wait, did you bring your board, bro? Yes, I did. I did bring my board. Why are you so gay? I don't know. Thank God. Moved to San Fran for a few years. I can't even talk. For a few years. Riley, Yuri, she moved for you, man.
He doesn't want to live in San Francisco.
You'd have to be so wealthy to be like, let me move to San Francisco for a couple years. Hell yeah. Like, that's such a... Dude. Oh, thank you so much, RJ, for the $2 donation. I just ate 2 grams of shrooms. Am I going to be okay? 2 grams? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you're going to be
It's
chilling.
not even a full eighth. You will be tripping, though. I heard it's like 103 degrees in San Fran the other day. Oh, my God. It felt like 110 degrees in Antioch the other day.
Riley be looking tired all the time. I'm exhausted. I'm alcohol drained.
Shout out to the Yak.
Shout out to the Yak.
Y'all should do a live cam for the cats when y'all aren't home. Oh, my God. That'd be a good way to keep track of what's going on at home, too. And also see the cats. Donate to talk
my
to
little
them.
babies.
7. The cats are just like, let me out of here. Jazzy said I lived there and lasted 6 months.
I lived in Pacifica.
Technically, if you move here, you don't have to pay that toll, that what's it called?
Toll.
The bridge toll anymore. The troll.
The troll.
You don't have to pay the
troll
anymore.
toll. The toll troll.
The toll troll anymore. You could just stay on the island and save your money.
Yep.
Gulag stream for the cats. Yeah, we should have set up a gulag stream for the cats while we were gone.
Hell no. They don't deserve that.
Get help pay for groceries. Sure, I just took 2 grams of shrooms last time and took some and I was stripped for 4 to 5 hours. Do a homeless man stream? Jesus Christ. An eighth was wild, 6 to 8 hours for but 4 tabs was a long day and a half. Jesus Christ. Why are you doing 4 tabs? That sounds insane. Huge shout out to everyone who joined this live stream. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to the Harmonious gang. Also, guys, YouTube does this thing where YouTube babe, close the door. We can hear it. Jesus. YouTube does this thing where at the end of the month they send, like, you as a creator, they send you this thing like it's like a recap of the last month, and it says how many subscribers you gained, how many viewers or views you got on videos all cumulatively all together, and how many minutes watched all together or whatever, right? Guys, the other day I got a message from YouTube for June. It was like for the month of June of how the channel did or whatever, right? And was it for June? Yeah, it was for June. Even though we're still in the middle of June. I think it goes by every 21st to 21st, I feel like. So I think it went from the 21st of last month to the 21st of this month. I believe that's how it works. But either way, it said for the month of June. I believe so. I think it said June. Hold on. Let me just open this up really quick. Am I stupid? Did it say May? There's no way. Yeah, it says June. Okay, yes. For the month of June, guys, we got 1,714 new subscribers. Huge shout out to every single person who's new in here and who has dropped a sub. Thank you guys so much, man. It really fucking means a lot, and it really helps grow the fucking channel, dude. Thank you guys so much for that. And then also, we hit 420,000 views within a month. When Riley and I first got together, I was telling Riley that for like a month maybe I would hit like 30. Actually, no. What was I hitting at the time? I think I was hitting like 30,000 or less views a month, and I was like kind of juiced about that. I was like super juiced about that. But like I remember when Riley and I started 10 Talks, it went up to like 50,000-60,000 views a month, and I was like, holy shit, that's insane. I can't believe we almost did 500,000 views in 1 month.
I know.
That's fucking crazy, and I'm just like, bro, we need to really start grinding and crunching this shit out harder. And I feel like we could hit a million views in a month. That would be insane. Because we're literally, I never guys, I've been working on this channel for so long. I never thought I'd be at the point where I'm looking at a thing that says you hit almost 500,000, 420, which is funny, 420K views in a month. I'm like, that's insane. But now I feel like now that we're here, I'm like, I know we could do better.
Yeah, we can.
And do more and hit 1 million in a month, which that would be incredible at that point.
I'm ready.
We would need a justified weed sponsor.
For sure.
You're super tired.
I know.
I feel like I would be more tired than you. But you're pretty exhausted.
I've been driving everywhere.
That's true. This is your town, so Riley's been driving. Either way, guys, apologies for the low energy today. Thank you guys so much for joining this episode of 10 Talks.
Yes.
I will update the thumbnail once we get back to LA. And then also, we're going to take a quick, 10-15 minute break. And then we will get into an after show, either here in the hotel room or downstairs, as an IRL stream type thing. So thank you guys so much. If you guys can, please leave a like, leave a comment saying biscuits and gravy, and then also subscribe, guys, if you aren't subscribed already.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. Shout out to the Harmonious gang. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, and I need to go all the way over there to
I'll hold it.
turn this off.